It was a cold November night in Berlin, 1989. The air was crisp and the city hummed with whispers, the kind that ride on hope, uncertain but unstoppable. Along the concrete barrier that had divided families, lovers, and dreams for nearly 3 decades, people began to gather. They came with candles flickering in the dark, their light reflecting against the gray wall that had defined their lives. Mothers held their children close. Old men in heavy coats clutched faded photographs of loved ones from the other side. For years, this wall had been a wound. But tonight, something in the air was changing. At the checkpoints, East German soldiers stood stiffly, unsure of what to do. They had orders to maintain control, but the crowd was growing. The chants began softly, "Open the gate!" and soon became thunder, echoing through the night. Among the sea of faces stood Hans, a factory worker from East Berlin. Beside him, his young daughter Anna held a candle in her trembling hands. "Papa," she whispered, "will they shoot us?" Hans looked down at her, his voice steady though his heart pounded. "Not tonight, mein Schatz. Tonight, we are not afraid." Then it happened. A gate creaked. A metal clang pierced the air. For a long second, the world seemed to stop. Then with a hesitant push, the gate swung open. Gasps rippled through the crowd. One man stepped forward, then another. And suddenly, like a flood breaking through a dam, people surged ahead. East met West, arms outstretched, tears streaming down their faces. Strangers embraced as if they'd known each other all their lives. Laughter and sobs blended into one sound, the sound of freedom. Across the city, the same scene repeated itself. People climbed the wall, hammering and chipping away at it piece by piece. Sparks flew in the night as music, cheers, and the ringing of metal filled the air. Soldiers who once guarded the border now smiled, some even joining in, overwhelmed by the emotion of the moment. For 28 years, this wall had been a symbol of fear and control. Families had been torn apart. Letters went unanswered. Dreams were caged behind concrete. But on this night, all of that began to crumble, literally, under the hands of the people it once oppressed. On that night, the world witnessed the triumph of the human spirit. A city once divided by politics was reunited by love and courage. For nearly 3 decades, the wall stood as a monument to separation. But on November 9th, 1989, it fell, piece by piece, into history. And from its ruins rose the sound of freedom. Strong, unbroken, eternal.